Welcome to Just Listen Books channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Quiet. The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain is a groundbreaking book that explores the undervalued strengths and contributions of introverts in a society that often celebrates extroversion. Cain uses a mix of research, personal anecdotes, and psychological insights to argue that the qualities of introverts, such as deep thinking, sensitivity, and quiet leadership, are crucial in various fields, from leadership to creativity. Introduction. Cain sets the stage by discussing the extrovert ideal, the societal preference for outgoing, socially confident individuals, and how this has overshadowed the value of introverts. She introduces her personal journey as an introvert and outlines her mission to explore and validate the contributions of introverted individuals. Part 1. The Extrovert Ideal. Chapter 1. The Rise of the Mighty Likeable Fellow. In this chapter, the author explores the historical shift in American cultural values from a culture of character to a culture of personality. This transformation has profound implications for how individuals, particularly introverts, navigate a world that increasingly prizes extroversion, the culture of character. Cain begins by detailing the culture of character that predominated in the 19th century. During this period, American society valued moral integrity, a strong work ethic, and personal virtues such as honor, duty, and sincerity. People were admired more for their inner qualities and their contributions to the community than for their external appearances or social prowess. The ideal person was seen as humble, disciplined, and guided by inner principles. Transition to the culture of personality. The turn of the 20th century brought significant social and economic changes that led to the culture of personality. As America became more urbanized and industrialized, there was a shift from agricultural communities to bustling cities. This transition changed the way people interacted and competed for jobs, attention, and success. The rise of big business and the burgeoning advertising industry played pivotal roles in this shift. Marketing began to focus on creating charismatic, appealing personalities to sell products, and the qualities required for success in the business world began to mirror these traits. The emergence of the mighty likable fellow. The concept of the mighty likable fellow emerges as a symbol of this new era. This archetype represented a person who was not just capable and competent, but also charismatic, outgoing, and socially adept. These were the individuals who could captivate a room, sell products, and lead organizations, not necessarily through their intrinsic moral qualities or skills, but through their ability to project a magnetic, attractive personality. Implications for introverts. Cain discusses the implications of this shift for introverts, who may excel in the virtues prized by the culture of character, but find themselves challenged by the demands of the culture of personality. Introverts, who might prefer deep one-on-one conversations to large social gatherings and value time alone for reflection and recharging, could feel marginalized or undervalued in environments that prize extroversion. Reflections on the present. The chapter concludes with reflections on how the culture of personality persists in contemporary society, from self-help books and motivational speakers that tout the virtues of assertiveness and enthusiasm to social media platforms that encourage constant self-promotion. Cain raises questions about the depth, authenticity, and sustainability of these social norms, and hints at the value that introverted qualities bring to personal relationships, workplaces, and society at large. Through The Rise of the Mighty Likeable Fellow, Cain sets the stage for a deeper exploration of the introvert-extrovert dynamic, challenging readers to reconsider the societal preference for extroversion and to appreciate the quiet power of introverts. Chapter 2. The Myth of Charismatic Leadership. In this chapter, Susan Cain challenges the prevalent belief that effective leadership is synonymous with extroversion. The chapter dissects the conventional notion that charismatic, extroverted individuals make the best leaders, offering a counter-narrative that highlights the strengths and successes of introverted leaders. The dominant leadership paradigm. Cain begins by describing the dominant leadership paradigm that celebrates extroversion, where leaders are expected to be gregarious, assertive, and charismatic. This model is prevalent in many aspects of society, from corporate America to politics, and is often reinforced by leadership training programs and cultural stereotypes. Research on leadership effectiveness. Cain presents compelling research that questions the extroversion-leadership effectiveness link. Studies show that introverts and extroverts are equally capable of excelling in leadership roles, but often in different contexts and through different means. Introverted leaders tend to excel in situations where team members are proactive, offering a quiet and stabilizing leadership style that empowers their teams and allows members' ideas to flourish. The strengths of introverted leaders. The chapter highlights several key strengths that introverted leaders bring to their roles. Capacity for reflection. Introverted leaders are more likely to think deeply about problems and to consider the long-term implications of decisions, leading to more thoughtful and sustainable solutions. Careful planning. They are predisposed towards thorough planning and preparation, which can lead to more effective strategy execution. Listening skills. Introverts excel at listening and processing the input of their team members, fostering an environment where all voices are heard and valued. This can lead to higher levels of creativity and innovation within teams. Calmness under pressure. Introverted leaders often maintain their composure in stressful situations, providing a sense of stability and confidence to their teams. Examples of introverted leaders. Cain provides examples of successful introverted leaders from various fields, including business, politics, and social movements. These leaders have leveraged their introverted qualities to build consensus, foster innovation, and guide their organizations through challenges with a focus on substance over style. Reevaluating leadership models. The chapter concludes by urging a reevaluation of leadership models to recognize and value the diversity of leadership styles. Cain argues for a more inclusive view of leadership that appreciates the unique strengths individuals bring to leadership roles, regardless of where they fall on the introvert-extrovert spectrum. Quiet not only challenges myths about leadership, but also serves as a call to action for organizations and societies to rethink how they identify and develop leaders. By embracing the strengths of introverted leaders, Cain suggests, we can foster more thoughtful, inclusive, and effective leadership. Chapter 3. When collaboration kills creativity. In this chapter, Susan Cain critiques the prevailing belief in the modern workplace that collaboration is the key to innovation. She argues that this belief has led to an overemphasis on teamwork and open office environments, often at the expense of deep thought, concentration, and the solitude that is crucial for creativity. The myth of group creativity. Cain begins by examining the popular notion that creativity emerges from energetic brainstorming sessions and collaborative work environments. She contrasts this with evidence suggesting that some of the most groundbreaking ideas in history have come from individuals working in solitude. Cain challenges the efficiency of constant collaboration, pointing out that it can lead to groupthink, where the desire for harmony and conformity in the group results in dysfunctional decision-making outcomes. The rise of open offices. The chapter delves into the proliferation of open office designs, intended to foster interaction and spontaneous collaboration among employees. While these environments can facilitate communication, Cain highlights numerous studies showing that open offices often lead to distractions, reduced productivity, and a lack of privacy, which can inhibit deep thought and creativity. The importance of solitude in creativity. Cain emphasizes the importance of solitude in the creative process. Drawing on psychological research and examples from history, she shows that solitude can enhance creativity by allowing for uninterrupted thought and reflection. Cain discusses how many renowned thinkers and artists have produced their best work in moments of solitude, away from the distractions and pressures of social interaction. Balancing solitude and collaboration. Recognizing the value of both solitude and collaboration, Cain advocates for a more balanced approach in the workplace. She suggests that organizations should provide spaces for quiet and solitary work, alongside areas designed for group interaction. This balance allows individuals to engage in deep thought and creativity, as well as benefit from the exchange of ideas and collaborative problem-solving when necessary. Reassessing the creative process. The chapter concludes with a call to reassess our understanding of the creative process. Cain urges leaders and organizations to recognize the diverse ways in which creativity can be nurtured, including the need for solitude and reflection. By creating environments that honor the need for quiet as much as the need for collaboration, workplaces can truly foster innovation and creativity. Quiet makes a compelling case for rethinking the modern workplace's emphasis on constant collaboration and open spaces. Cain's insights challenge readers to consider the often overlooked value of solitude in driving creativity and innovation, offering a more nuanced view of how best to inspire and harness the creative potential of all individuals, introverts and extroverts alike. Part 2. Your Biology, Yourself. Chapter 4. Is Temperament Destiny? In this chapter, Susan Cain delves into the biological underpinnings of introversion and extroversion, shedding light on how these temperaments are influenced by genetics, environment, and potentially even prenatal factors. This exploration serves to debunk the myth of temperament as an immutable trait, proposing instead that our introverted or extroverted tendencies are fluid and context-dependent. The biological basis of temperament. Cain begins the chapter by discussing the research that points to a genetic basis for introversion and extroversion. Studies involving twins, including those reared apart, suggest that these traits have a significant hereditary component. However, Cain also introduces the idea that our environment, life experiences, and even our choices can shape how our introverted or extroverted tendencies manifest. The role of the amygdala and the neurotransmitter system. Central to the discussion is the role of the amygdala and the neurotransmitter systems in governing our sensitivity to stimulation. Cain explains that introverts and extroverts may differ in their baseline levels of arousal, leading introverts to prefer quieter, less stimulating environments, while extroverts seek out more stimulating settings. This difference is not just a matter of preference, but is tied to the brain's fundamental wiring. High reactivity and the orchid dandelion hypothesis. The author explores the concept of high reactivity in infants, how some children are more sensitive to environmental stimuli from a very young age, potentially indicating early signs of introversion. This ties into the orchid dandelion hypothesis, which suggests that orchid children, highly reactive, are more sensitive to their environments, thriving under optimal conditions but wilting under adversity, unlike dandelion children, who are more resilient to environmental changes. Plasticity of temperament. Cain emphasizes the plasticity of temperament, arguing against the notion that we are irrevocably bound by our introverted or extroverted natures. She introduces evidence that our temperaments can shift based on life circumstances, experiences, and deliberate choices we make about how to engage with the world. This plasticity underscores the potential for personal growth and adaptation beyond our innate tendencies. Context matters. A significant point Cain makes is that introversion and extroversion are context-dependent. An individual may exhibit introverted tendencies in one situation and extroverted tendencies in another, challenging the simplistic binary categorization of people as purely introverts or extroverts. This variability underscores the complexity of human temperament and the influence of situational factors. Is Temperament Destiny? Concludes with a message of empowerment, suggesting that understanding the biological and environmental influences on our temperaments can help us navigate our lives more effectively. Cain advocates for a balanced approach to life that acknowledges our inherent tendencies, while also recognizing our capacity for growth and change. This chapter offers a nuanced view of introversion and extroversion, encouraging readers to appreciate the dynamic interplay between our biological makeup and our life experiences. Chapter 5. Beyond Temperament. In this chapter, Susan Cain expands the discussion on introversion and extroversion beyond innate biological factors, to explore how parenting styles and cultural backgrounds shape the expression of these tendencies. This chapter emphasizes the significance of recognizing and nurturing the unique strengths of introverted children within various social contexts. The influence of parenting. Cain discusses how parenting practices can significantly impact the development of introverted or extroverted traits in children. Parents who understand and respect their child's introverted nature can help the child develop self-esteem and confidence in their unique abilities. Conversely, parents who push their introverted children to be more extroverted, often with good intentions of helping them succeed in a world that values extroversion, may inadvertently send a message that their natural tendencies are not valued or acceptable. The chapter offers guidance for parents on supporting introverted children, suggesting strategies like providing quiet spaces at home where the child can retreat and recharge, encouraging activities that align with the child's interests, allowing them to excel and gain confidence in their skills, teaching social skills in a gentle, supportive manner, acknowledging that social interactions may require more energy for introverted children, cultural contexts, and the expression of temperament. Cain then explores how cultural contexts influence the expression of introversion and extroversion. She contrasts Western cultures, which often celebrate extroversion, with Eastern cultures, where introverted qualities such as contemplation and quietness are more highly valued. This cultural lens provides insights into how societal norms and values shape individuals' behaviors and self-perception. The author introduces the concept of free trait theory, which suggests that individuals can and do act against their innate tendencies in pursuit of their core personal projects. This theory implies that while introverted individuals may adopt extroverted behaviors to achieve their goals, such acts of self-monitoring require energy and can lead to exhaustion if not balanced with periods of rest and solitude. The role of schools and educational systems. Cain critiques the current educational system's emphasis on group work and constant social interaction, which can be challenging for introverted students. She advocates for a more inclusive approach to education that recognizes the needs of introverted learners, such as allowing for individual or small group activities and providing quiet spaces for reflection and study. Encouraging a world where introverts can thrive. The chapter concludes with a call to create environments, at home, in schools, and in society at large, that acknowledge and celebrate the strengths of both introverted and extroverted individuals. By understanding the profound impact of parenting and cultural influences on temperament, society can better support the development of all children, allowing them to embrace their innate tendencies and thrive in their own unique ways. Beyond temperament underscores the importance of nurturing the individual strengths of introverted children within the context of their family and cultural background. By doing so, Cain argues, we can foster a more inclusive and supportive world that values diversity in temperament and encourages everyone to contribute to their best selves to society. Part 3. Do all cultures have an extrovert ideal? Chapter 6. Soft Power. In this chapter, Susan Cain delves into the concept of soft power as it pertains to introversion, especially in the context of cultural differences. She contrasts the Western preference for extroversion with the values of East Asian societies, where qualities like quiet strength, reserve, and introspection are often more esteemed. This comparison illuminates the potential for societies to benefit from a deeper appreciation of introverted qualities. Cultural differences in valuing introversion and extroversion. Cain begins by illustrating how American and Western European cultures generally celebrate extroverted qualities such as assertiveness, gregariousness, and the ability to influence others through direct communication. This contrasts sharply with many East Asian cultures, where attributes like quietness, humility, and cautiousness are more highly valued. In these cultures, social harmony and the ability to listen and reflect are seen as paramount, leading to a societal structure that can be more accommodating to introverts. The concept of soft power. The chapter introduces the concept of soft power, a term coined by political scientist Joseph Nye. Soft power refers to the ability to attract and co-opt rather than coerce, using gentle persuasion and indirect influence rather than overt authority or force. Cain argues that introverts naturally excel at soft power, leveraging their listening skills, empathy, and capacity for deep thought to influence others effectively. Learning from East Asian societies. Cain provides examples from East Asian societies that highlight how introverted leadership styles and approaches to education and business can yield impressive results. For instance, she discusses the educational system in countries like Japan and South Korea, which, despite their high-pressure nature, often emphasize group harmony and individual reflection, traits aligned with introversion. Moreover, Cain examines the leadership styles prevalent in these cultures, noting that leaders who embody quiet strength and strategic thinking often earn respect and loyalty, demonstrating the effectiveness of introverted qualities in leadership. The impact of globalization. The chapter also touches on the challenges and changes brought about by globalization. As Western ideals and business practices become more widespread, there's a tension between maintaining traditional values and adapting to a global environment that often favors extroversion. Cain suggests that the blending of cultures could lead to a greater appreciation of diversity in temperament and leadership styles, advocating for a world that recognizes the strengths of both introverts and extroverts. Conclusion: a call for balance. Soft Power concludes with a call for societies to recognize and harness the strengths of introverts. Cain argues that by valuing the qualities of quiet strength, reflection, and careful listening, societies can benefit from the diverse talents of all its members. She suggests that there's much to learn from cultures that celebrate these qualities, proposing a more balanced approach that appreciates the contributions of both introverts and extroverts. This chapter serves as a thought-provoking exploration of how cultural values shape our understanding of introversion and extroversion. By highlighting the virtues of soft power and the benefits of embracing introverted qualities, Cain invites readers to reconsider societal preferences and the potential for introverts to contribute significantly to all areas of life. Part 4. How to Love, How to Work. Chapter 7. How to Talk to Members of the Opposite Type. In this chapter, Susan Cain addresses the communication challenges that often arise between introverts and extroverts, whether in personal relationships, the workplace, or social settings. She provides insightful advice and strategies aimed at fostering understanding and improving interactions between individuals of differing temperaments. Understanding the differences. Cain begins by emphasizing the importance of recognizing and respecting the fundamental differences between introverts and extroverts. She highlights that these differences extend beyond mere preference for social interaction. They involve distinct needs for stimulation, varying responses to social settings, and different ways of processing information. Communication strategies for introverts and extroverts. The chapter outlines specific strategies that both introverts and extroverts can employ to bridge the communication gap. For introverts, speak up about needs. Introverts are encouraged to be open about their need for solitude and quiet time to recharge. Helping extroverts understand these needs are not personal rejections. Prepare for social settings. Cain suggests that introverts can ease their discomfort in social situations by preparing talking points or questions in advance, making it easier to engage in conversations. For extroverts, give introverts space. Recognize that introverts may need more time alone and that this need is a part of their temperament, not a reflection on the relationship. Listen actively. Since introverts may speak less frequently, extroverts should practice active listening when introverts do share, showing genuine interest and encouragement. Appreciate quiet contributions. Understand that introverts may contribute more through listening, reflecting, and one-on-one interactions than through group discussions or public speaking. Bridging the gap in relationships. Cain provides advice for romantic partnerships and friendships between introverts and extroverts, stressing the importance of mutual respect and understanding. By acknowledging and accommodating each other's preferences, couples and friends can find a balance that allows both parties to feel comfortable and valued. Navigating the workplace. The workplace can often be a challenging environment for introverts, given the emphasis on teamwork and networking. Cain offers tips for introverts to assert themselves in meetings, and for extroverts to ensure that introverts' ideas are heard and appreciated. She also suggests workplaces can be designed to cater to both temperaments, with spaces for collaboration as well as quiet, solitary work. Conclusion: celebrating differences. Quiet concludes this chapter with a call to celebrate the differences between introverts and extroverts. Cain advocates for a world where both temperaments are valued equally, and where individuals learn to communicate and collaborate in ways that respect and leverage their unique strengths. This mutual understanding and adaptation can enrich personal relationships, enhance workplace dynamics, and contribute to a more inclusive society. Through practical advice and empathetic insights, How to Talk to Members of the Opposite Type provides readers with the tools to navigate the complexities of introvert-extrovert interactions, fostering deeper connections and more effective communication across the temperament spectrum. Chapter 8: On Cobblers and Generals. In this chapter, Susan Cain turns her focus to the workplace, offering insights into how introverts can find roles that align with their strengths and how organizations can create environments that harness the potential of both introverts and extroverts. This chapter provides practical advice for individuals and leaders alike, aiming to foster workplaces where diverse temperaments contribute to collective success. Identifying strengths and finding the right role. Cain emphasizes the importance of introverts recognizing their own unique strengths and seeking out roles that align with these attributes. Introverts often excel in areas requiring deep concentration, thoughtful analysis, and the ability to work independently. Cain suggests that introverts consider careers or roles where these qualities are valued, such as research, writing, engineering, and artistic pursuits. However, she also encourages introverts not to limit themselves and to explore leadership positions, where they can lead in a more reflective, strategic manner. The value of introverts in leadership. The chapter challenges the stereotype that effective leaders must be extroverted, highlighting the advantages introverted leaders bring to the table. These include the ability to listen and incorporate diverse viewpoints, a tendency to think before acting, and the capacity to foster deep, meaningful connections with team members. Cain provides examples of successful introverted leaders who leverage their quiet strength to guide their organizations thoughtfully and effectively. Creating an inclusive workplace. Cain offers guidance for organizations looking to harness the abilities of both introverts and extroverts. She advocates for work environments that offer a variety of spaces and work modes, from open areas conducive to collaboration to quiet spaces that facilitate concentration and individual work. Recognizing and accommodating the different working styles of introverts and extroverts can lead to higher productivity, creativity, and employee satisfaction. Communication and collaboration. The chapter discusses the importance of adapting communication and collaboration practices to accommodate both temperaments. For example, Cain suggests alternative meeting formats that allow introverts to contribute more effectively, such as circulating agendas in advance, allowing for written feedback, and incorporating smaller group or one-on-one discussions. Valuing diversity of temperament. Cain concludes On Cobblers and Generals with a call for a cultural shift in how organizations value different temperaments. By moving beyond the extrovert ideal and recognizing the contributions of introverts, companies can tap into a broader range of talents and perspectives. This involves not only adapting workplace practices but also fostering a culture that respects and celebrates the strengths of each individual, regardless of where they fall on the introvert-extrovert spectrum. This chapter offers a hopeful vision for the future of work, where the unique abilities of introverts are recognized and nurtured. Cain's insights into finding the right roles, leading with quiet strength, and creating inclusive workplaces provide valuable guidance for introverts, extroverts, and organizational leaders striving to build more dynamic, diverse, and successful teams. Conclusion. Cain concludes with a call to action for society to better accommodate introverts and for introverts to embrace their strengths. She reflects on the transformative power of understanding and valuing introversion, both for individuals and for society as a whole. Quiet is not just an advocacy for introverts. but a nuanced exploration of how extroverts and introverts can coexist and complement each other. Cain's work has sparked widespread discussion about the contributions of introverts and has encouraged a re-evaluation of societal norms regarding success, productivity, and leadership. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Click subscribe and hit the bell to be the first to enjoy our upcoming audiobooks.